I've had an incredibly lucky life. I've been to like 75 countries on 6 continents. I've made friends almost everywhere. Done stand-up comedy and syndicated radio commentaries and won big on Jeopardy. I've done voiceover stuff on cartoons and Buffy and a Doctor Who thing and authored successful books and been an on-camera presenter for a bunch of fun things and written for popular TV shows and done a bazillion interviews. I've had once-in-a-lifetime stuff happen so many times.
So there's a lot of presumptions we have about the rest of the world as being sort of other, sort of different from us. And that's what gets exploded really fast.
Human beings just turn into this one fantastic pageant. You know, we dance, we play our games as silly as they may be. They're all basically the same. We reenact the opening of Charlie's Angels. We bang on our bangers and we strum on our strummers.
Bob Harris.
Bob Harris.
Bob Harris.
Bob Harris.
I'm Bob Harris.
I was actually given a job to travel around the world and visit incredible places. These are the countries that I've been to, the ones in red. What you see in the world really depends on where you're sitting. This, for me, is what it's like living in America and watching American television a lot of the time. The American news, when it reports on issues overseas, it's primarily things blowing up, things exploding, but there's a lot more. So I got to visit places like this, the Emirates Palace, and this is the world's most expensive hotel. It's a $3 billion hotel.
South Asians, people from Nepal, people from East Africa were getting paid like $6 a day to build billion-dollar palaces they'll never see the inside of.
I'm getting this joyride in life because I happen to get a job, and these guys just were born in a different place. They're really no different from my own dad.
And honestly, the weight of it just started getting to me, and it's like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I have to take this money and do something with it. What can you do?
I really didn't know what I was going to do next, but I knew I had to do something.
I got involved with a charity called Kiva.org that I don't work for or speak for, but I like them a lot. And I started making the loans.
It's different from ordinary charity because you're helping people start their businesses.
I never actually tell the clients that I personally was involved in lending any of their money. That would create a really kind of gross Donald Trump thing. This is not like, hey, how you doing with my money? This is just, hey, what's your business like? We're interested, we care. Doing this 8 hours a day, then the boiling and then the selling of it. So that's got to be, it's what, 10 hours a day of work total? Every day. So, todos los días. So, domingos?
De lunes a domingo.
What would your business be like if you didn't have the loans?
Yo digo que fuera más difícil.
To provide for the family, to work that many hours in a week, mucho respeto. Did I say that right?
¿Te quieres?
Sí. I feel like a child. I suck at this.
Práctica.
You need practice.
A lot of times when I come visit a village like this, for me, it feels like I've traveled through time, back to my own childhood when I would visit my grandparents. Now, I know my father grew up without running water, without electricity. It's very hard for me to see these people as different from my father just because they don't have those things. America is a much more complex place than I think you usually see on TV, and so is the world.
We all want to put food on the table, take care of our kids, and give them a better life.
When I was a boy, we called this the American dream. Apparently they have something similar in other countries too.
Every single country I went to, I just kept meeting my mom and dad.
This could be anywhere on Earth. And if you let that sink in, it's a kind of a neat thought.
The most important experience I had came down to 5 words that a guy told me in Lebanon.
Who said the most memorable thing I heard in Lebanon, and I think in my life. You love more, you win. This guy had his house blown up. He lost everything. He lived in Beirut. It was a choice. It wasn't just a credo. It wasn't just something he believed. And it was a choice he was making every single day. You love more, you win. Those are the 5 most important words I will ever hear. And that's where this reading ends.